Today, I'll be reviewing the Moondrop S8. Moondrop S8 has made quite an impression on the portable hi-fi community, and it's not hard to understand why. With its great sound and excellent design, it's gained the reputation as being one of the best in-ear monitors under $1,000. So let's take a closer look at the Moondrop S8. This is Audio In Reviews. Okay, let's talk about the specs, comfort, isolation, and design. The Moondrop S8s are made from a medical grade resin. They are an 8 balanced armature inner monitor consisting of dual Sonian 37s for bass, dual Knowles SWFKs for highs, and 2 of their proprietary customized soft ear D-Mid B dual drivers. As far as comfort, very, very comfortable. I have heard of some people experiencing a little bit of discomfort after long listening sessions. It hasn't been an issue for me. I have no issues as far as fit. They seem to go in nice and deep and feel very secure once I have them in, especially with these ear tips on. As far as the design goes, one thing that I noticed right away, before I even purchased these, just when I would see pictures online, is the design of these was so appealing to me. So when I actually got them in my hand, I was even more impressed with the build quality. And just the overall aesthetics and attention to detail that Moondrop put into these. If I had one complaint, though, and it's a very small complaint, again, because the value you get for these is just really, really excellent, is the cable. The stock cable, and I've heard other people talk about this as well, it just doesn't seem like Moondrop put quite as much thought into the cable as they did the in-ear monitor itself. The cable, it's fine. It's just that the connectors are made out of plastic. I just wish they would have used better materials when they were designing the cable. That is something that I saw recently online that they are correcting. I think they're actually going to be, I would imagine if they've already put it online that the cable's probably already been changed over. So anybody who orders the S8 from this point forward should hopefully be getting the new cable. Don't quote me on that. Again, it was something that popped up. I think I saw it on Facebook and Twitter. So going back to the craftsmanship on the Moondrop S8, one of the things, again, that impressed me, I found some information on their website, basically just talking about how each one of these inner monitors are made by hand. They're soldered by hand, they're polished by hand, and I think that just really speaks to the level of commitment of Moondrop. And if you look, and hopefully it's clear enough on the camera there, you can just see there's no imperfections, at least not that I can see, in this shell, and I'm assuming that's probably one of the reasons they wanted to use the medical grade resin, is because it's just a higher grade. But it almost has a glass-like appearance, and it's just an absolutely gorgeous, gorgeous design. Okay, so let's talk about the sound of the Moondrop S8. Moondrop developed their own sound signature for the Moondrop S8 called Virtual Diffuse Sound Field, or VDSF, which follows the Harman target curve quite closely, resulting in a smoother listening experience. Some people would say too smooth. I don't think it's too smooth. I like it. The treble, uh, I think it's not that there's less treble. I think what it is, there's a 5K peak. That's about a 10 dB peak. Uh, and I think that, so that makes the lower treble sound a little more forward, upper mid's a little more forward. So I think that might be confusing people. But the treble, again, the treble is very present. The mids are very natural and very, very smooth. The bass is it's got plenty of slam when you need to have slam. Uh, uh, when you're listening to electronic music, I know a lot of electronic music, they tend to have a little more bass presence. It's definitely represented well with the S8. There's a song by Yoshi Hirakawa called Vapor, and throughout the song there is this bass swelling, kind of comes in, swells, and then goes away. And I mean, it's super, super deep bass, and these just represent that just spectacularly. Whether you're listening to rock, classical, acoustic, jazz, there's a couple of recordings I was listening to the other night. One is Jazz at the Pawn Shop. Song is Lady Be Good, and the piano, first the piano comes in, then the drummer comes in with some cymbal accents, and you can actually hear the wood of the stick when the drummer is striking the cymbal, and the cymbals just sound so good. You can actually almost tell the thickness of the metal of the cymbals as the vibrations travel through the cymbal. It's again quite impressive. That recording, one thing that's very interesting about it, when they recorded it, it was a smaller venue recording, so the sound stage is quite intimate, and that is again represented very well with these. And I think the room, maybe I think they could only seat about 80 people. So the when the sound stage is intimate, these represent an intimate sound stage. Now, there's another recording that I was listening to by a Hoff Ensemble, and I believe the album is Polarity, an Acoustic Jazz Project. That one, it sounds like it's recorded in a larger room, so you have a wider sound stage. And these just the sound stage on these again it presents intimate when it's intimate. It presents wide when it's wide. And the acoustic project, I believe it's a wider presentation, probably because it was recorded in a larger venue. Going to imaging and instrument placement on that song Innocence by Hoff Ensemble. There's a drum part where the drummer is kind of going from drum to drum. And I think at one point he's even playing with his fingers, because you can actually tell when he switches over to his fingers. It's quite impressive, the level of detail, and even instrument placement. You can almost, when you close your eyes, you can almost imagine where each instrument is on the stage. It's very, 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 very cool. So the bottom line is, again, when I think about the value that I'm getting for these, not just when it comes to craftsmanship, but for sound, I think about, I owned the JH Audio Angie 2s, the Campfire Andromedas, Audio 64 U12s. All of those are very good in-ear monitors, but they're also very expensive in-ear monitors. And it just shows to show you how far not just technology has come, but also how far companies have come, in trying to give the consumer a better value overall for their dollar. And the Moondrop S8 is is just a shining example, I think, of that. And the Blessing 2 also. The Moondrop recently released the Moondrop Blessing 2, which I've heard is an outstanding IEM, and hopefully I can get my hands on that soon to do a review on that. But that's another example of just getting value for your dollar. So kudos to Moondrop. That concludes my sound review and impressions on the Moondrop S8. Please like, subscribe, and share this video. Hopefully you will see more videos coming from me soon. Thank you so much. Have a great day.